So I think in regards to the Epstein files, regardless of whether or not you're liberal, conservative, Democrat, Republican, I think most Americans are demanding accountability from the federal government and release them, and I think that's pretty cool. We are out here at the University of Missouri Speaker Circle asking students to give a positive political take. IU Bloomington up next. Can you guys give me a positive political take?
Spread love, not hate. These are the people that we live in this world with, so be positive.
I thoroughly agree. I think everyone is a lot more alike than we realize. So talk to people who aren't like you.
Everybody deserves to be loved no matter what.
Right now, the one person that's really got me excited about politics right now is Zoran Mamdani, the prospective candidate for the New York mayor election. Um, I really enjoy how he seems to genuinely care about New York, as well as um, his innovative social policies that he's looking at, including those socialized grocery stores and support for universal health care.
You think he's going to win?
Oh, by a landslide. Yeah. I mean, uh, Cuomo's campaign has been a disaster since the start. There's been just so much infighting on that side of the political camp that, um, as someone who maybe not would have won if there was any sort of uh, charismatic resistance from like either the mainstream liberals or the conservatives. I mean, no conservative is going to win New York, but you know what I
Yeah.
mean. It's just happy to see him excel.
I think Jeff Jackson is a great politician. I love his policies. I love his opinions, how he's not afraid to share his opinion, especially in this day and age. There's a lot of censorship going on. And I did a little bit of campaigning for him back home in Charlotte, North
Oh,
Carolina.
sweet.
So, yeah,
Hey, thanks for participating, man.
thank you.
After the whole Charlie Kirk assassination happened, I really like that everyone kind of put aside their differences and took a moment to grieve because not only is he just a person, but he's a father, he's a husband, he has family. And I really like that everyone just kind of took a moment to really look on the bigger impact of this and how this wasn't just like I don't know how to explain this is something you don't really we haven't seen a political assassination like this since what I think JFK, and it's just really crazy to see everyone just stop for a moment and just think about how big of a situation this really is and how this really is going to impact a lot of us for if you're on the political spectrum or not, because personally I don't really pick sides with the politics, but just seeing everyone come together and take a moment to breathe and just be like, wow, like we kind of need to get our shit together. So it was just really great to see everyone come together. So
Beautiful answer.
Follow. I really like how Generation Z is really, really like aware and intelligent about society in general. We're very aware, we're very smart, and that gives me a lot of hope because we are very aware of like what's going on in the world and stuff like that. And that just gives me hope, like we just have so many smart individuals within our generation.
Even though the rise of social media makes a lot of echo chambers where people are basically saying the same things to each other, I think that it's also created a rise in political awareness and political education. And I think that knowledge about politics can never be a bad thing.
Okay, my friends and I don't agree politically, but no matter our political affiliations, we can still be best friends.
Hey, that's a good one.
I would say something I've noticed is I think pretty much everyone just wants what's best for the country. And once you realize that, it becomes a lot easier to care about the people you're arguing with. And you can kind of think like, oh, they're evil or whatever, but like they're not. Like everyone just wants what's best for the country.
I would like to say that I like how both parties have a commitment to our democratic institutions. I would say both Republicans and Democrats have a very strong commitment to democracy, just upholding our constitution, things like our judiciary, things like that. So I like to think that while we do have a lot of differences and there's a lot of it's hard to find common ground nowadays, I would say the commitment to our democracy is something that's held strong and probably will stay strong.
Basketball. I just want you.
If you think Taylor Swift is a positive influence on the political landscape, come tell us.
I think especially for college students right now, even though the country is very politically divided, we all really want to like encourage positive political discourse, and I just think that's great. I think a society should take care of its weakest members. I think that is what makes society better than animal.
Things will get better, okay? People like, I don't know, people are super like pessimistic about the future, okay? Like you see this all around, okay? Like people are like, the future's gonna suck, okay? Climate change is gonna kill us all, or like this, like it's gonna be a disaster, okay? Like this administration or whatever. But like honestly, like there's like I'm very patriotic, okay? And I just feel like, we go through like rough shit at times, but like things will correct itself out. Maybe I'm being like, there'll always be problems and we have to challenge them, okay? But like you always have to be looking to make positive change. And like I'm not gonna lie to you, like 75% of people will agree with you on the biggest issues in this country, which I feel like are like, like money and politics or whatever. Like even like bare bones stuff like that. And I think that's the biggest issue. And if we just people realized like how much we agreed on stuff, we could really just like skip the whole like gridlock or whatever and try to like actually make fundamental change. So yeah, that's my hot take, okay?
My positive political take is that people's morals are getting stronger and stronger, and they know what they want to stand for.
I believe that immigration positively affects our culture and our economy as a whole, and I think it just makes us a better country.
So this morning I saw a video where these two gentlemen that were both senators from different states, they came up and they looked very similar. One was black, one was white. And they were like, telling their differences, but they're like, despite that we're on two different political parties, we are two different races, and we don't agree with anything, we're still both people. And we still both have families, and we're best friends. They're like, we need to make sure we're doing this in our country. Like, it doesn't matter if you disagree. It doesn't matter. We're all human. And I absolutely love that. I feel like we can apply that in just so many aspects. And in college, I've been applying that and trying to remember, oh, it doesn't matter if this person's different than me. We have things in common. And I love that.
The man is coming back.